Yeah, so Night Surf. That's the book we're doing for Miss Lorca's class, grade 12, second period. You done, Mossy?
Oh, we're recording?
What is the significance of the title of the story? The significance. There's no real significance. What I think the significance is that they're on a beach and the surf comes in from the beach, which is like the waves and whatever. And they're in a post-apocalyptic world, which means that everybody's dead on the planet. So people in the story are the only people that survive. So the world is disease-ridden. There's disease going around. It's not a nice place to be. So
Okay.
So yeah, Night Surf. Waves come in. It's nighttime, full of diseases and nastiness and whatever. And it's just, it's not a good place to be in. It brings a sense of disgusting, eerie darkness to the whole story. Question number 2. Setting, tone, and mood. The setting of the story is Anson Beach, midday to evening to night. The mood it creates is dark and eerie because of where they are and the situation they're in. Where they are is the beach, and the situation they're in is the only survivors on the face of the earth because of the flu that came from Hong Kong.
Alright, question number 3. Choose 2 very strong descriptive phrases, sentences from your story, and explain how they cause fear, dread, dismay in the reader. Recall the definition of horror fiction. So, for the first descriptive phrase or sentence, we got, it actually was the first sentence of the opening book, was, after the guy was dead and the smell of his burning flesh of the air, we all went back down to the beach. That, I would say, is horror fiction, because I don't think anybody really wants to smell burning flesh and think it's a good thing.
Nope.
Not at all, right?
Not at all.
So that was one. Second one is, and the night surf, throwing up great bursts of foam, breaking against the headlines for as far as we could see in endless attacks. I'd say that would cause horror fiction because it's like
The way the water is approaching them and the way it's coming at them isn't very calming scene.
Yeah.
It's coming at them in attacks, and you wouldn't want to be attacked. These two descriptive phrases bring dread, dismay, and fear. Question number 3. Find one example of how King uses each of the five senses in the story in order to elicit emotion from the reader.
Question number 4, by the way.
Oh, sorry. Question number 4.
Who cares? We get some
Question
more.
number 4. My bad. For sound, I have, one day he sang Bring in the Sheaves in a cracked, moldy voice that sent Needles and me into hysterics. Page 52. For sight, we have the moonlight stitched, inky crescent-shaped shadows and folds across everything. Again, page 52.
Smell is, I could smell the salt in the air, sharp and tart. King 54. Touch is, the sand was cold and damp and packed. King 57. Taste, I went back out on the landing and sat down and pulled the ring tab and drank up. King 58.
Question number 5. What is the main conflict of your story? What type of conflict is it, and why can it be classified as horror fiction? The main conflict is person versus nature. So the characters in the story are against the flu, which is from Hong Kong. And this flu brings a sense of danger, which is one of the elements of horror fiction. Question number 6. What are the major embodiments of evil in your story? And what is the danger in the story? How does the chaos exist in your story? And provide an example to support each element of horror. Which is, the main embodiment of evil is the A6 flu that is presented earlier into the story. There's a quote that says, I could see the first triangular smudges, the first swelling. It was A6, alright. Page 56.
The danger is presented in Night Surf when Needles, one of the characters in the story, tells Bernie about his new discovery and being contaminated by the A6 flu.
And chaos is revealed when the characters discover that even though they have A2, the Hong Kong flu, they could still get A6. So A2 is the flu they have, and A6 is the actual Hong Kong flu that came from Hong Kong. It's a confusing story.
Yeah.
It's really confusing. So they think if they have A2, they can survive A6, but they can't. So yeah, the chaos is revealed when characters discover that even though they have A2 Hong Kong flu, they could still get A6, but because the A2 flu may not guarantee their immunity 100%. That leaves us with question number 7. What themes are apparent in your story and explain the significance? What messages does the king try to send the reader throughout the story? The main theme in this story that King is trying to convey is that death is imminent, or imminent. I don't know how to say the word. Which means that death will come. So no matter what.
It's inevitable.
It's inevitable.
Question number 8. Provide an example for foreshadowing from your assigned story. Explain how the example selected helps to create suspense. We smoked and watched the surf come in and out. Needles had captain's trips. That made everything real all over again. King 56.
Captain's trips is another word for what the flu is.
At this point in the story, it was already late August. The surf foreshadows the closer approach of their timely deaths caused by the flu. With the chances of A6 developing further, this helps to create suspense because the audience, neither the characters involved, know how or when they will be consumed or their unavoidable fate to be at the mercy of the captain's trips A6 flu.
Which leaves us with question number 9. Use your list of why King is worthy of study and relate 3 reasons to your short story. Explain how each reason is supported by your specific story.
Clearly, we can tell that Stephen King, all of his books, any single one of his stories, he always includes all the 5 senses, no matter what.
That's reason number 1.
Reason number 1. Reason number 2 is he always has flavor.
Yes, he brings a certain flavor to stories. You can't just sit there and read the story and feel the same way. You'll have a sense of danger, chaos, or what's the one? Evil, which is the 3 elements of horror fiction. And reason number 3 is
Very descriptive.
he's very descriptive when he writes.
Very, very, very in-depth with the words. Definitely, I can tell, some of us get stuck on some of the words, but and we do catch them because we understand how descriptive it is because he goes into detail.
You can create kind of an image in your head when you read his stories.
Imagery,
illusion, alliteration.
He's very creative, no doubt.
And that's it. This is number 10, the media component, which is what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, number 10 is done.
Trying to go all in, but.
So yeah, that's our story. That's our project for Night Surf.
Night Surf, yep.
You guys know Raheem, Adrian, Marlon, 3 members. Period 2. Alright, Deuces Campion.
3 members. Period 2. Miss Lord, Miss Class. Whoop.
You already done know. Swag.